young, dumb American, arrogant, throwing fits, ripping shit, tearing it, imperative. Then I'm killing this mic no matter where I live. These derelict rappers acting a fool, this embarrassing is flagrant. That's the nature of this entertainment, and we can't even change it. Guilty before arraignment, now the system tainted. But when we speak, they all laugh at us. And y'all wonder why I'm lacking trust. Try to fight a giant with attorneys that can back them up. That's church versus science, both sides start acting up. I'm late on my assignment, hopping up a mile high, climbing, obviously never silent. New alignment, I'm defined, cannot describe it. Used to describe it as a young graffiti artist. Before the beard, I always got carded. Hit every bar, even though my bar's been the hardest. The scars on my face said I ain't always been the smartest, but I'll show you where my heart is. I said I'll show you where my heart is. I can show you where my heart's at. See it on my sleeve, even if the beat stops my soul.
Welcome to another episode of Sports, Nonsense, and Whiskey. I'm your boy Pinky. We've got Spicy Icy, Robert in the house.
Peeps?
Caleb will be here when he gets here. How's everybody doing?
Hey, we're doing good. It's been a long weekend full of family things, and I am ready to have a break from family, to say the least. I love them, but I'm ready to have my peace for a little bit.
I understand. We did have a pretty busy weekend as well.
Yeah.
So, but all good. I'm just a little tired.
Fulfilling. Very busy and fulfilling, but a good weekend nonetheless.
Well, we've got a lot to talk about and get through, so we're going to start running through things,
Yes,
and
sir.
Caleb will get here when he gets here. Look, we're going to start off with the Ryder Cup. Robert, you didn't watch it.
No.
I did not watch it. So, I did the next best thing. I asked ChatGPT to tell me about the Ryder Cup. The Ryder Cup was held at Bethpage Black in Farmingdale, New York. Europe won the Ryder Cup, defeating the U.S. 15-13. Europe had a commanding lead of 11.5 to 4.5 going into the Sunday singles round. Now, U.S. came back. It was only 15-13 when it was all said and done. So at least they made it look respectable. But USA sucked until Sunday. So that was pretty sad. Pretty sad. So that's all ChatGPT had. I mean, they didn't really go out of its way to give me a lot of lots of extra things. I know it's one of the events that Caleb really loves and enjoys. I'm sure he did watch a lot of it this weekend. There were a lot of other things going on, so I did not have. I wouldn't have watched it anyway. So that's our Ryder Cup breakdown. Europe won.
Love it.
Let's go.
Let's go Europe.
All right, where are we going to next, Robert?
Well, next I would say I actually do want to touch on this because, in I believe 36 days now, or is it? Correct me if I'm wrong. To our Seattle trip. So we got a sneak peek for what we're going to be expecting to see in November there. The Thursday night game, the Seahawks and the Cardinals. That was an interesting game. Nothing really noteworthy, I would say, but entertaining nonetheless. So I'm looking forward to going to the game. I don't know, Pinky, did you see anything that you enjoyed about that game?
Just that Kyler Murray sucks. Like, he's just bad, bro. And
evil.
He has no connection with Marvin Harrison Jr. at all. He's got a connection with Trey McBride, but that Cardinals team, I just don't think Kyler Murray's it, man. I said that before the season. I'm just not on the Kyler Murray hype train.
Fair enough. I mean, do you think this is his last year in Arizona?
No, they still got him. I mean, he probably one more year.
Okay. All right. Well, then we'll go into the big one. The big 3-0 Chargers did fall to the Giants. How? Pinky? How?
So, I only saw bits and pieces because I do watch Red Zone during the early games normally.
I was watching Red Zone too, so that's how I was catching it.
early games, red zone, 2 o'clock games, normally Broncos, or if the Broncos aren't on, I will watch Baltimore and KC was the game. So I watched that whole game.
Yep.
Every time I saw it, the Chargers could not stop Jackson Dart from running the ball. He ran too much, which is, again, rookie quarterback. Your process is sped up a little bit. You're nervous of taking sacks, but he did a great job of just being able to just get first downs, move the ball. They lost Malik Neighbors, unfortunately, which sucked.
That's going to be tough for them to recover for their season.
Yeah, it might. Caleb and I had kind of talked about this. That might actually make him a better quarterback in the long run because he won't have to rely on just, I'm going to get the ball to number one. He's going to continue to try to be a point guard and spread it around to the open guy. So
right.
I do think that that might help in the long run. The go Giants. Like, I did not see this coming.
I didn't either.
It ruined like multiple parlays I had. I had the Chargers winning. So, of course, when I bet on the Chargers, they lose like a bunch of punks. So that's what I get for believing in the Chargers. They proved me wrong. They did have Joe Alt get hurt, their right tackle, who moved to left tackle because the left tackle got hurt for the season. And now he's out for, 4 to 6 weeks with a high ankle sprain. So
Injuries, which, speaking of injuries, actually we'll get to that later. We still gotta get through Sunday. Bills and the Saints, man. Bills look really slow. They just could not seem, for me anyway, to get a momentum going. They just kept kind of falling on their face.
Well, I think that defense is not very good. And the fact that New Orleans was able to make some hay against that defense kind of lets me go, you know what? If Spencer Rattler can do some things against that defense, I think really good quarterbacks can look really good against that defense. So I'm kind of worried about the Bills from that aspect. They won the game, though, right? It was close. Sometimes you play down to your competition. Sometimes, as an offensive play caller, you don't call things against a weaker opponent that you might call against KC or Baltimore or any of the top teams in the league. You kind of hold those plays in your back pocket until you need them. So that could have been the case. I don't know. But I didn't see a lot of it. It just kind of, whenever it came up on red zone, it was like, oh, they're keeping it close. They're being feisty today, those Saints. So, but the Bills still won at the end of the day.
I mean, the score really doesn't say much. I mean, it's 31-19. It looks like the Bills kind of did their thing, but they really did not look great. So I'm worried about them going forward. We'll see what happens. Bro, the Lions.
The Lions, baby. Talk about it. Tell the people.
I'm giving out a small bouquet of flowers. It's very small, very small. Again, we'd all talked about what the Lions are going to look like going forward, coming into the start of the season here, with basically having lost all of their coaching staff, Ben Johnson to the Bears. A huge hurt there for the Lions overall, but the Lions' last 3 weeks have just been on it. From crushing the Bears, and this last week playing the Browns. I mean, it's not saying much, but I mean, they just were unstoppable. It was great. And I think as long as the Lions keep it up, I mean, from what I've been seeing, they've been running the football quite a bit. They've been getting quite a few play action passes going. So I'm enjoying it. I'm Amon-Ra, Sonic and Knuckles. I mean, those guys MVPs. And it hurts me that I really did not plan on putting them in my fantasy leagues this year. I'm kind of second guessing myself on that. So that's really,
oh man, it was tough. I wanted every Lions player I could get, but everybody drafted them so early that I was like, I can't get them. So,
which I love to see, but I hate to see because I'm like, man, I just want the Lions to be good. That's it.
If you have Lions players on your roster right now, you might have a good fantasy team.
Absolutely.
So, I do. Lions played great. I do. Again, that week 1, week 1's weird, man. Week 1 is always weird. Weird stuff happens. Maybe they came out with the wrong game plan.
They played in Lambeau of all places to start. And Green Bay hasn't lost in I think 8 or 9 seasons now in a home opener. So,
and again, like we talked about from the very beginning, when the Lions run the football, they are a hard team to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they will, like you said, Sonic and Knuckles starts going off. Next thing you know, you've got play action pass you have to worry about. All the linebackers
just chilling, and
you got the linebackers and safeties biting hard on the run, and then Amon-Ra is coming right behind them on a drag route. Laporta, and then Jameson Williams is wide open deep. Goff missed a couple of the throws to him this week that he was open. So, man, the Lions are a tough team. They're fun to root for. I'm excited for the Lions.
They're fun to watch when you can.
Always fun to watch. Always fun to watch the Lions. What else we got?
Dude, the Colts just kind of went belly up this weekend.
Another game I didn't get to watch, right? A lot of, or the inner workings of the game. Caleb had a better rundown. He said a lot of it wasn't Daniel Jones's fault, but I know Daniel Jones threw a couple picks, didn't look as sharp. They weren't able to protect him as well. Now that Rams D line is arguably one of the best D lines in the league.
Oh, they're strong, bro.
The rest of that defense isn't great, like the linebackers and corners and safeties, but their front four is nasty. Yeah. With Fisk and Verse, and there's one other guy that's on there too that's really good. So they're a tough team. As long as Stafford's back holds up, man, this is like I know we all, Caleb included, predicted the Rams to have a pretty good season as long as Stafford is able to stay healthy. Puka's on fire right now. They run the football. You've got Devontae Adams to make some of those third down catches, and then also, I think he got in the end zone this week too. So the Rams are a tough team to play as well. I think we here in a little bit when we talk about what is the best team in the NFL, I think the Rams are on the list.
I would have to agree with you on that. So we'll come back to that here in just a little bit. Then we have the game, as you mentioned, Pinky, that you and I watched through completely, the Ravens and the Chiefs, and how painful that game was. So to watch.
This was a tough one to watch. There's so many ways to go with this. At the end of the day, injuries happen. At the end of the day, they always say the NFL is a next man up league. The next man's got to come up and do his job and help the team to try to win. At the end of the day, when you lose so much talent, though, Ravens were out during the game. They were down 6 starters on defense to a Chiefs team that started to get things figured out with Xavier Worthy back in the fold. That really helped because he draws the defense, and the Ravens got no pressure at all on Patrick Mahomes. Not any. There's some games where Mahomes is running for his life and he just makes spectacular throws that just pisses you off because you're like, you got him on the run, you're forcing him out of the pocket, you're making him try to make quick decisions, and yet somehow he still wins, he still beats you. That sucks. Watching this, he didn't have any of that because the Ravens couldn't get to him, and the Chiefs could run the ball, and most of us knew the Chiefs were going to start playing some good football at some point.
At some point, yes.
Their coach is still too good. Mahomes is still too good, even though Tony Romo was glazing Mahomes. I think that's the term the kids are using now, right? Glazing.
You're not talking to a kid, bro.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I believe glazing is the term out there, guys.
I'll have to ask my nieces.
No, don't ask your niece. You need to ask like teenagers.
Well, no, I've got 2 teenage nieces. They would know more than I would.
Okay, maybe you can ask them. I thought you were talking about like your little nephew and niece.
No, no. I'll ask the step nieces and see what they say.
Okay, that's probably better. Yeah, that part of the game made me sick of watching. I have Mahomes in fantasy, so of course, like the better he does, the better I do. So I was more than happy with that performance from Mahomes. And
It's like a cardinal sin being a Bronco fan, but I get it.
look, Robert,
I know you
I
want a
am
championship,
a
Pinky.
football fan, and I am a fantasy football player who knows you can't have a bias against any player because then it's going to cause you to not draft the best squad you can draft when you have those biases. So you got to, when it comes to drafting a fantasy football team, you got to remove your hatred for the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Chargers, and just look at the team I'm really good at right now. I'm 7-1. Nobody cares about other people's fantasy teams, but I have Mahomes. I have Omarion Hampton for the Chargers. I have Quentin Johnston of the Chargers. They've been playing amazing for me. Kind of sucks because I have to root for them, but at the end of the day, it's all about wins, baby. Just win. Like Al Davis said,
wrong.
just win.
You're not wrong. At all.
What else we got? Chiefs roll. Chiefs roll.
Chiefs roll. Then we have the wonderful, wonderful game with the Packers and the freaking Cowboys ending in a tie.
Bro, I was so tired watching that game. I passed out with like 3 minutes before the end of the fourth quarter. I was out. I was done.
I don't blame you.
I woke up at like 1 o'clock and was like, a tie? What kind of garbage is that?
Yeah. No, and the dumb part about it is, if that's the case, Pinky, so we get to overtime, and then Micah Parsons basically stops the touchdown for Dallas, so they have to kick a field goal. Pretty cool, whatever. Packers get the ball. They get downfield. They waste 13 seconds.
Is this in the fourth quarter or overtime?
This is in overtime when they go for the tie. They waste 13 seconds to get a playoff. In the red zone. In the red zone. They waste 13 seconds. Miss the touchdown. So with a second, they bring on special teams and they kick the field goal to tie. I was like, what was the point?
As an American,
we need the golden touchdown. Like,
I think we can all agree. I think we can all agree. Ties suck.
Ties suck. And this is also coming from a person who loves English football. And that shit ends in ties all the time. Yeah, but there's a point system that works out, so it doesn't have to be a scoring game. But that's a different side of the sport, and we're not talking about that. But this sucks. And there needs to be something different, because this is bull.
I also hate that, like, when you have a tie, it kind of helps you in the standings.
It's crap.
And I don't like that either.
NFL should not end in ties, period. That is whoever suggested this is the dumbest person on the face of the planet. Like, I can't get behind this. This is so stupid.
I think I understand it from back in the 1960s or 70s, where you were only scoring 6 points or 15 points or, very low scoring games because they ran the football a lot. They didn't throw a lot. And so I think that kind of made sense back in that day. But in today's NFL, man, it just doesn't, a tie just makes no sense. We need a winner. Ties are horrible. They're horrible in fantasy football. They're horrible in real football. Get rid of them. Just commit, the competition committee that gets together in the offseason, they got to outlaw the tush push. They need to outlaw ties. Get them out.
Gone. No, yeah. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. All right, Monday night. Bro. Justin Fields, average.
Oh, yeah.
Tyreek Hill, done for. He's got to figure out
Dude.
what he's going to have to do to get a job, bro. That guy is done. He's not coming back to the NFL. That's it.
I mean, I don't know the long, the what do I want to say, long-term issues he's going to have from a
So he
dislocated
suffered
knee.
and he's tore multiple ligaments, including the ACL.
Actually, you know what? I kind of know.
And he's undergoing surgery.
My father-in-law had an injury like that where he dislocated his knee and pretty much tore all the tendons and stuff. It took him a long time of rehab, and now he's still got a little bit of a limp. Yeah, he might be done. He might be done.
100%.
And then, like you said, with all those kids, man,
he's got to figure out. He's got to get picked up by a network for some like broadcasting, something, bro. He needs to. Yeah, I can't say it.
He can't talk. That guy's awful. He's dumb. I feel bad for him, but again, at the end of the day, you shouldn't have that many kids with that many different women.
That's so dumb.
And if I hear, and he's going to complain about like how much child support he has to pay, even after he's done playing. Completely. He's absolutely going to complain, just like Cam Newton does. And it's like
Cam Newton complains all the time.
Yeah, he complains about a lot, but I'm like, well, dude, if you didn't wear all those stupid designer clothes on TV all the time, and then also have tons of kids you got to support, and you're not playing football, you're not making $20 million a year anymore. Like, come on now. So yeah, that's tough for Tyreek. Dolphins played tough again. They got the win. Kudos to them. Tua starting to, play better. I thought for sure Miami was going to be just like, let's shut this down. Let's get Mike McDaniel fired and let's move on to next year. And they're still playing tough, man. There's something to be said for that.
Speaking of Tua, and NFL rules as a whole, because we were just talking about that. There needs to be some stipulation for quarterback slides. There was a couple plays there where, I mean, it was a little late of a slide and they couldn't avoid it and they picked up the penalty, but like that was dangerous. And this is coming from again, playing soccer. Slide tackling is one of my favorite things to do, and you have to do it safely. Yeah, very carefully. And this was dangerous, and I think there needs to be some sort of reevaluation of the QB slide, where within so many yards of a person, like they can't, or that you have to run out of bounds. I don't know, something, but it is just that was dangerous, and I really actually kind of lost respect for Tua.
I really think they need, and this is the QB slide to me. And again, I didn't see this, so I don't really know what you're talking about because I was at the Broncos game, and they weren't showing that early. What I've noticed from QB sliding and a defender hitting them, it is very apparent when the quarterback waited too long to slide, and then it's very apparent when they slide right away. And that's where I feel like the flag should almost be very easy and possibly reviewable. Because to me, I hate it when the quarterback waits to the very last second before the defender's going for the tackle, and then they slide and the defender hits you because they were already in motion to tackle you.
That would have been this situation.
Yeah. So that, to me, that's not a penalty. I'm
looking for the video. I'm gonna find it.
There's a couple guys. Russell Wilson sucks at most of everything, but his baseball slide is legit. Like, he gets down in enough time. He makes sure that he's safe, and he doesn't get those hits. And he doesn't wait to the last second to do that, to get down. So yeah, that's on the quarterback of you got to keep yourself safe, and you got to know when the right time to do that is. And if the defender's already in motion to tackle you and you waited till that last second, that's not a penalty.
Yeah, no, that's exactly. I have to find the video
because they're coming in for a tackle in the strike zone, and when you slide, you're already putting your head down at a level that they could hit you, because they were going for your midsection on the tackle. So Did you find it so you could share the screen?
No, I'm still working on it.
Still working on it. Okay.
So we'll move on. So yeah, speaking of the Broncos game, since you brought it up, how was the game last night, sir?
Man, I tell you what, the crowd was hyped. We were excited, but because of how bad the Bengals played last night, the energy basically left at halftime. Because the Bengals put up no fight. There was it's not quite like, to me, it's like when you watch college football and your team is slaughtering the other team like 50-3. That's kind of how this felt. Like there was just no fight from the Bengals to where it was like, well, we're scoring points and we're winning, but it's not a fun game to watch, right? As a football fan. But it was still, I mean, we won. Bo Nix looked good. The running backs looked good. We shut down that Bengals offense, which again, it's not saying much. I was kind of shocked we didn't have more than, I think we only had 3 sacks in the game. I thought we would have had a little bit more, but still a great time. Took my brother Andy to the game, and it was just, I mean, anytime I take Andy, I always have a great time. We get to kind of escape reality for a little bit, relax, have fun, watch football. There's nothing better than that, than spending time with your loved ones.
Absolutely.
And it lightning and rained before the game, and then once the game started, it was perfectly fine. Weather was perfect. I got a hoodie on, and I had a hoodie on and my jersey over it, and I was way too hot. It got way too hot at one point. So good stuff, baby. Good stuff. Let's go Broncos. They got a tough task this week as they travel to Philly.
It'll be a good game. Who do you think? What do you think about that?
I think there's some opportunities. The way that the Eagles have played, there's some opportunities for the Broncos to steal this game. Just based on the way that the Eagles have played so far this year. They have not looked amazing on offense, and they've had lapses on defense that they are vulnerable, but they're 4-0. They keep finding ways to win. So if I had to make a prediction, it's a close game, and in the fourth quarter, the Eagles find a way to win. It's kind of what they've done so far this year. And the Broncos have found ways to lose close games. So
that is fair.
That's probably the story of that game. Well, we might have a short show this week. It looks like Caleb will not be joining us.
Oh, no.
So it is just on us. So in that case, is there anything on week 5 that we want to chat about real quick, or we just want to talk about what teams are the best in the NFL right now?
Before we do that, I did find the video finally, so I'll go ahead and
can you share
pull that up here. I should be able to share. Give me.
Gotta make it quick. We don't want to get copyrighted, but
right, it's off the one of the TikToks. How do I? There we go. All right, so this is a video where again Tua's doing the QB slide, and he just comes a little too close in my opinion. There's 2 defenders. Boom.
Yeah, that's too late. That's too late in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because
that was my issue.
You'd have to be able to back this video up, but if you back it up to where Tua is about to slide, the defender's already in motion of tackling him.
Yeah, no, there's going to be a replay here in just a second.
So it's like you can't stop. Like you're already in that motion.
So yeah, here's the run. Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually already launched himself when Tua starts his slide.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a bad call. Now again, if you slow it down and he hit him in the head, then that's, I guess, that's where you could call that penalty. But oh no, yeah, that's on Tua. And for Tua, that's on Tua, because Tua, you got neck and head injuries. Like, do better, bro.
Yeah.
Do better.
And then he's laughing about it. I'm like, you're dumb. You're dumb.
Right. Yeah, I hate that. I hate
Anyway,
that. I like thanks for showing me that, Robert. I appreciate that. I agree
yeah,
with you. That was
absolutely. I was really ticked off about that. So anyway, now going into the kind of the main topic for our evening was, who are the best teams in the NFL right now. So Pinky, kind of give me your rundown. What would you say is your four of the season?
well, right now I think it's still if you're putting together power rankings, as a lot of the NFL.com, CBS, the Rich Eisen show, they all kind of do their power rankings, ESPN. I still think I'd have to have the champs number one. The Eagles are number one. They haven't played their best football and still they're 4-0. Two blocked field goals against the Rams last week, pulling out a close one as well. I can't remember who they played last week. Why am I drawing a blank?
The Eagles.
Yeah, who'd they play last week?
So they played the Bucks this week,
The Bucks.
and then last they
The
played
Bucks. Yeah, I mean they had a pretty commanding lead on the Bucks, and then they kind of let Baker back into the game. That's kind of what the Bucks do too. Like they find a way to get back in the game. Eagles still closed the door though and won that game. So kudos to them. Again, when you're a championship team, it's in your DNA to find a way to win. And sometimes it's not pretty. The NFL is hard. A lot of people will tell you it's hard to win games in the NFL. They're not lying, man. It is tough week to week. The Saints were scrappy this week against the Bills, right? They didn't win, but they were scrappy and they made the Bills work for it, right? There's going to be some games like that where a better team finds themselves in a dogfight with a team that they should be blowing out. So, Eagles are number one in my book. I still think the Bills, just based on what right now it's so hard to say that Josh Allen's not just playing at an MVP level again as he was last season. He's just and if I kind of look at it, James Cook is the guy that they have on offense. Everybody else are just like minor chess pieces. They're not playmakers, really. Khalil Shakir, he plays his role. Keon Coleman plays his role. The tight ends, Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid play their role. But none of those guys during the week makes a defensive coordinator lose sleep at night going, how am I going to stop this guy? The guy they're trying to figure out how to stop is Josh Allen.
Right.
If we rush him, he hits us deep. If we rush him, he breaks containment and runs the ball. All these different things. If we don't rush him and we just let him sit back there, he throws 20-yard dimes like they're nothing. Like he's playing quarterback at an insane level right now. It's the defense that's got me worried for the Bills. I don't know if they've got the horses or the talent come playoff time. I could see them totally getting beat by the Chiefs again in the playoffs for like the gazillionth time, which is sad for Josh Allen. Josh Allen deserves to get to a Super Bowl. I want to see Lamar get to a Super Bowl. I just want to see it. I'm tired of the Chiefs. I mean, I'm a Broncos fan. Of course, I'm tired of the Chiefs. I've already seen them win a Super Bowl in person. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good for the rest of my life. All right. I never want to see it again. So I got them. I would definitely have the Lions. I think the Lions have actually played some of their best football the last 3 weeks.
I would agree. The Lions are really figuring something out here.
Just dominating. They took the Bears to the woodshed. They played really great against the Browns. And then they played really good against who's the other team they played?
They played the Packers.
They lost to the Packers week 1. They beat the Bears week 2, I think.
Hang on. No.
Who else did they play?
They play before that? Packers, Bears, Ravens.
They beat the Ravens pretty handedly too.
38-30, yes.
Yeah. So, well, they were leading for most of that game. They just kept putting it on. So I think the Lions are really figuring it out. So I got them up there. And I'd probably have I think the Rams are a pretty damn good football team, man. I really do.
I really don't like you saying that, but I would agree with you.
I mean, defensive line, Stafford, and they run the ball. Puka's lighting it up, and Devontae Adams helps a lot too. So as long as Stafford's healthy, man, the Rams are going to be a tough out for anybody. I'm glad the Broncos don't play them this year.
Yeah, thank God for that.
And I mean, if we're talking 5 teams, if I had to pick one other team, I think I'd still pick the Bucks. I think the Bucks are a scrappy team this year as well. Baker's just playing really good football. That defense is just sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. So they've got to put it all together.
Yep.
So Eagles, go Birds. They are still number 1, in my opinion. Do you have a different opinion?
No, I really don't. The Eagles have been consistent. They're crushing it. I mean, I would have said the Chargers were doing pretty solid until this last weekend, but you know, everybody has their weeks. Everyone, just like we have our bad day at work, they had a bad day at work.
Chargers would have been 5 on the list had they not just like lost to the Giants. They had no business. There's no reason they should have lost to the Giants.
So, I really still hope that the Ravens do something. I really do. I want Lamar to win. He deserves to win. But they got to figure something out. I don't know what's happening over there. I feel like anytime the game, a game that matters, the Ravens just falter. They trip on themselves. They lose faith. They don't have the confidence. They're just not there. It's very disappointing.
Amen. All right. College football. Let me pull up this last week of college football since Caleb usually runs the college football segment.
Well, I'll cover that for you. Actually,
okay.
You ready for this? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So Caleb would say that Nebraska was chilling, taking it easy because they had a bye week because they're faltering in fear against the Michigan State Spartans who they're playing this weekend. That's what Caleb would say, is that Nebraska's going to lose. Just kidding. Caleb would not say that. He would have the crimson colored glasses that the Nebraska's just going to have a perfect season and just be awesome. Love you, Caleb. Wish you were here, buddy. But for real, looking forward to that game. Gonna be making sure I give Caleb a bunch of crap throughout the whole afternoon if I can. So, you know, it's only right with how much crap he talks here on the podcast. So, you know, it's only fair.
Oregon did beat Penn State this week.
Yes, Oregon did beat Penn State this week. That was a shock.
So
BYU came out on top of Colorado.
No shock there.
Yeah, Colorado's just not.
They're just not a complete team.
Well.
They're just not a complete team. They don't have anything on defense. Their O-line still sucks. They don't have playmakers on offense right now. So I did want to mention Penn State quarterback Drew Aller, who has been deemed as a potential, top draftable quarterback next season. Less than 50% passing, 2 touchdowns. Just doesn't look great, man. He hasn't looked great all season. I don't know what people see in that guy. I don't see it.
I will say, Pinky, are you excited for this weekend for your showdown? You're not even paying attention.
Hold on.
Look at me.
Hold on. We'll get there in a sec.
What do you mean?
Alabama did beat Georgia. Great for Alabama. To get waxed by Florida State to win their next 3 games. They're back in the conversation. And let's see. Mississippi beat LSU. Another big one. Mississippi's 5-0. That was LSU's first loss, so that's big. Texas A&M keeps winning. They're 4-0.
Indiana's crushing it. They're 8.
Indiana's
they beat
5-0.
Iowa this weekend. Iowa State also not doing bad at all. I mean, Alabama, Georgia, no one really cares. I'm just kidding.
A lot
I'm
of
just kidding.
people
I
care,
know.
Robert. A lot
I
of
know a
people
lot
care.
of people care about that game. But Alabama did come out on top, so good for them. I mean, overall, not a surprising weekend outside of the Oregon Penn State game. I know that was we all knew that was gonna be close. But Oregon stuck it out, so pretty entertaining. This upcoming weekend, Pinky, what are you excited for?
Yeah, man. Me, the U, baby. The U.
Florida State, baby.
Florida State. My manager
I
is
know
a
you're gonna put
Florida
bets
State
on it.
fan.
I know you're gonna put bets on it.
No, I don't usually bet Miami football because anytime I do, they lose. So I'm not gonna curse that juju. I will be. That's on Saturday. I will be at Glenwood Springs. I will be watching the game on my phone if I have good signal.
Oh, that's right.
So,
You're going on a
going to the
retreat.
hot springs, baby.
You're going on a couples retreat.
We are. We're gonna have a good time. But yeah, I'll be watching that from the hot tub.
Well,
Hopefully they
fine.
win.
I don't wanna see you this weekend anyway.
I mean, I'll be back Sunday. I'll be back. Um, this is something that's crazy. For maybe one of the first times ever, Vanderbilt's actually ranked, and they're going to play Alabama this weekend.
Let's go, Vanderbilt. Let's go.
Dude, if Vanderbilt beat Alabama again,
That'd be the chaos.
that's
Chaos would ensue.
I love it. I love it.
I'm voting for this. I'll watch this game.
You and
Oh
Caleb
wait,
watching
but it's at 1:30.
You guys watching the Michigan State Nebraska game?
If
Maybe.
there's a way to watch it. I don't have any Big Ten package for this, so well, I guess it says it's on Fox Sports for free. So we should be able to watch it. So I'll talk to him. But I'm not counting on it. It sounds like his house is infected with disease, and I don't want disease.
There's that. There is that. Let's see what else we got this week. College football and
Michigan, Wisconsin's always fun.
Yeah.
Ohio State, Minnesota. Minnesota's gonna get absolutely boat
Thumped.
raced.
They're gonna get thumped.
Absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that's it, man. There's a lot of
All right.
buys this week.
We gotta say,
actually, Pinky, we can absolutely, because we did go see one of the top reviewed movies.
Oh, before we do that, Caleb would be he would not be happy if we didn't at least mention the Major League Baseball playoffs are happening. The playoffs have started. This is when baseball actually gets interesting, in my opinion, just because who has that much time to worry about 162 games? I don't. But again, to me, once football season starts, most sports go by the wayside except for wrestling. So, can you pull up the bracket? We had a couple. We had multiple games today. The Tigers are playing the Guardians, and they won 2-1 today. The Tigers are one of those teams. The Guardians are one of those teams.
It's bottom of the fourth. 5-0. The Red Sox beat the Yankees 3-1.
The fact that at some point this season the Red Sox turned it on and made the playoffs is amazing. Because like the first 2 months of the season, those guys were playing like dog shit. So the Cubbies being in the playoffs is exciting. The Cubs are one of those old school teams that there's a lot of Cubs fans out there. So I find that to be an interesting storyline as well. And then, of course, the Dodgers and Reds. Who else is going? Is it just these guys? I know the wild card is stupid. It's like best of 3. I hate that. I hate that so much.
All right. And so are you ready for some spicy things? I love this. I read this afternoon. So I'm glad you brought up the playoffs, Pinky. So living in the world that we do now as sports fans, this is going to blow your mind, especially when it comes to rivalries. What is one of the oldest rivalries in all of sports history? Red Sox and Yankees, right?
Dude,
So
they
and
hate each other.
The big deal is that right now in the wild card series, the Red Sox and the Yankees are playing together. But the Yankees are shutting down Massachusetts residents from buying tickets to go.
Hell yeah.
It's awesome. So, sales of this event will be restricted to residents of New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Pennsylvania. Residency will be based on credit card billing address. Orders by residents outside New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Pennsylvania will be canceled without notice and refunds given.
Hold on. So that is for the initial purchase of the tickets. They can't stop reselling.
No, but those
So,
tickets are gonna resell
I know,
for.
and I know that's petty as hell, and I love it. I love it. Because, yeah, they don't want Red Sox people up in their stadium, man. I love that. I love it. Make those Red Sox fans pay more money.
Dude,
Like,
it reminds me of English or European football
rivalries. This is what we want.
The rivalries in European football are just as insane. You can't even, there are separate sections for the fans because of how violent it can be.
Dude, people die in South America, bro.
Dude, it's crazy. So love that. I thought that was a pretty cool thing, especially with the world we live in today.
I'm glad you brought that up because so I like healthy rivalries between sports teams and their fans that doesn't get violent. That's what I like. Right? This is all just a game, guys. We're not out there on the field. It's not our blood, sweat, and tears. It's the players. There's no reason we should be getting violent over it. Could there be some nice trolling that you do to an opposing fan? Sure. But we shouldn't. I mean, every week you see it, man. There's videos on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, all the time of fans fighting at games. I'm just like, guys, it's just a game.
Right.
Just a game. That's it. Your team's playing. Oh, your team sucks today. That sucks. I'll say this. I sit up in the 500s in Broncos Stadium because I'm poor, right? So I buy half-price tickets, and I sit my ass up as high as I can get, and I pay like $50 a ticket. It's great, right? So we're sitting there. The game's almost over. There's a Broncos fan, walking down the row, and he's chirping at a Bengals fan, just talking mad shit. And we're already up 28-3. Like he was being a real dick. And a couple of us had to go and talk to the Bengals fans and say, hey, sorry, man. Like, that guy's just being a real jerk. Like, thank you for coming to our stadium. Thanks for, rooting on your team. You guys didn't play well today. Like, it is what it is, right?
Sure.
Like, why are you being a dick?
Yeah, there's no reason to be a dick. Don't kick a dog when he's down, man. Like it makes no sense. Like, I every Steelers game I go to, the Broncos in Broncos Stadium, if I'm there, the Broncos have typically beaten the Steelers. And it's great because we will go out and we will mad dog every single Steelers fan walking down the ramp on the way out the stadium, and we're chanting "Go Broncos!" and there's no towels waving, and they're doing the walk of shame. And again, it's all friendly, right? None of that should get violent. No reason to be a dick. I won't actually go up to a Steelers fan and start, belittling them or talking mad crap to them because there's no reason. Their team lost. The Bengals lost. They played bad. We won. We had a good time. Thank you guys for coming. Like, if it was a better game, and then, I can see it, when there's, a little bit more heated rivalry, but there's just no reason for violence in sports like that. It's just a game. Well said. Well said.
So baseball playoffs, we will talk about it every week coming up because it's important. It is a major sport. We don't talk about it a lot on this show. We typically only talk about it in the playoffs. So The one last topic on baseball. We put it on our Facebook page. I do believe the Big Dumper should win AL MVP over Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge had a good season. Big Dumper had a pretty amazing season for a catcher. We don't see those type of offensive statistics from a catcher very often. And that's what leads me to believe that Big Dumper is the AL MVP, in my opinion. Aaron's a good guy. He's got a good name. He's had a great season. But at the end of the day, Big Dumper was the guy, was the man. So hats off to the Big Dumper. He should be AL MVP. Ohtani probably won NL MVP, probably, just based on Ohtani's really good season as well. And that is baseball. We will wrap that up in a nice little bow and come back next Tuesday. We will do a baseball segment for anybody who cares about baseball. Not a lot of people out there, but for you guys.
Love it.
All right. So, Robert, what you wanted to get into.
Yes. So for everyone, I get to cherish the lovely time I spend with Pinky, and I get to force him to watch movies he would probably never go see on his own.
Whoa.
Most
That's
of them we see, but
Hold on.
let's be real. You wouldn't have not have gone to see this without me. I don't see you seeing this movie.
Oh, I think I like Leo a lot. I think you're downplaying my thoughts about Leo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Leo DiCaprio to me is like the Al Pacino of our time.
Fair enough. That's a fair assessment.
His acting is so good. Like, I love Django Unchained. Love it. I'm a Tarantino guy. I'm a big Tarantino guy. So obviously, like right there from the start. But that scene of Leo DiCaprio with Christopher Waltz and Jamie Foxx in his house at dinner is on another level.
Yeah.
I would agree. Level. And it's just those moments he's able to do that. And he does that in this movie, one battle after another. When he's trying to get the rendezvous point from the guy on the other end of the phone, and he just taps into that rage, it was amazing. Amazing.
I will say, like, for being a big movie person, and actually, this is one of the few things I'm going to start doing is I'm actually ordering a movie journal to start reviewing things and everything, since I do this so much. And this, for me, has to be one of my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio roles. I think it's better than Wolf of Wall Street, which, I mean, is a classic. But I enjoyed his character in this so much more because he was in the moment of, like, he had a mission, and he was determined, he was funny, and he's like, I need to do this. Are you going to help me? If not, fuck you. And moved on. Like, he crushed it. And his screen time with Benicio del Toro was awesome.
Dude, I want a buddy comedy with those two guys.
Dude, and I think probably one of the best scenes of the whole movie is when he gets in the car and he's like, here's a case of Modelo. And they start just drinking on the road. Awesome.
That was really good stuff.
This is so One Battle After Another is the most reviewed movie on Letterboxd, which is Pinky, the app for movie lovers. It's Facebook for movie lovers, if you will.
Okay.
So this is, for it to be the most reviewed movie of the year, that's a pretty big thing. There's been a lot of movies this year that have come out, as you and I have been to most of them together. It has been the most reviewed movie, and it's solid. I would actually expect this to win some awards to some degree. What that looks like, I'm not sure. But I think Sean Penn did a great job. I loved his character. He played that very
You know what's
menacing
what's
chief.
crazy? It took me half the movie before I realized it was Sean Penn.
Really? Okay.
It really did.
Okay.
He like I didn't like just the way he looked, and he was shredded, and the hair, and he just it didn't look like Sean Penn. I was sitting there going like halfway through the movie, I was like, who is this guy? And then I was like, I kind of looked again, and I was like, oh my god, that's Sean Penn. Okay.
Mhm.
It was fantastic. Leo did put on he carried the movie for sure. It was a very
I don't know.
awkward
Benicio del
character.
Toro did a
Benicio del
really
Toro comes in for the comedic relief because it's a very serious movie. But when Benicio del Toro is on screen, it's got that levity in it, so it lightens up the mood a little bit while he's in there, and then it gets serious again once he leaves
totally.
leaves the screen. So Leo played this really awkward character really, really well. It's an awkward kind of story in
Oh,
general.
you got his goddamn nunchuck, Sensei.
I did enjoy like the awkwardness of the Christmas Avengers.
That was weird as hell.
I thought that was crazy to show, white dudes in a bunker and
Dude, that thing was crazy.
talking really racist stuff.
Woo!
And again, at the end of the day,
I didn't realize that was what like we were going to get. And I think that's what made the movie so much better or so much more entertaining.
Well, what is so? I mean, it starts out the movie with you kind of understand that Leo and his female counterpart are basically domestic terrorists, and they're fighting against
not basically. They are domestic terrorists.
They're domestic terrorists. They're fighting against the man, and you're not sure why. Kind of, right? And then as they transition to the next, part of the movie 16 years later, you bring in these racist rich white guys that then you automatically hate those guys. You hate those guys, you hate Sean Penn, and you want Leo to overcome, right? It's perfect. That's perfect storytelling. You got us to care about Leo. You got us to care about his daughter. You got us to care about Benicio del Toro. You got us to care about the illegals that he's helping hide.
The sanctuary cities.
Right? You got us to care about those people when, again, depending on what your political views are, right? Now, there are, again, as you could probably talk about, there's probably situations where you're like, yeah, those illegals shouldn't be here based on the crimes they commit and the things they do. Absolutely true. And then on the other hand, you've got groups of people who are just here to have a better life and they're trying to be good members of society, right? I think you kind of see that part in the people that Benicio del Toro is trying to help, because he's running kind of like an underground railroad in his dojo, in his house, in his apartment building. So very interesting.
Yes. And before we get into the next topic, I do need to set some groundwork here because I forgot that you had this retreat this weekend. So Sunday, Pinky, I'm gonna have to ask a very big ask of you. Very big ask. Because we're running out of time. Next weekend is Tron. And we gotta get you through Tron.
I mean, we can go Friday night, but you're probably already going.
I know I'm going Saturday night at the very least. I gotta figure out the rest of the time, but we could probably go Friday night, or we could even do Thursday night.
Thursday night may or may not be good.
All right, we'll revisit this, but we need to get you through the first two movies first. So figure out in the next couple of days that on your calendar. because we got to figure it out. I'm not going to the movie with you until you see these movies. So,
let's talk about that off air.
all right. Anyway, now moving into the main topic of the week. Spoiler alert times 3,000. I will say it again. Spoiler alert times 3,000. Peacemaker. Earth 2 is Nazi Earth. Called it. You all can respect the intelligence and the pointing out that this was going to happen. You all doubted me. We are here. It is happening.
Robert,
Ads is in trouble.
As we say on Smack Talk and Raw, you can just tell everybody to suck it.
Suck it. Yes, no, fantastic reveal. This is probably my favorite episode of the series or the season so far. To be honest, out of everything that happened, the best scene was the vigilante scene meeting himself. That was epic.
So
I need that in Deadpool. I need him to be Deadpool.
In that scene, actually, as he started to go look for himself, I was like, he sounds like Deadpool. Like
it's there, bro.
This character is literally, they like copied Deadpool. Like I don't know if Vigilante's in the comics or if this was a character that they just created for the show, but he is this actor is like, if Ryan Reynolds was not Deadpool, this guy could do it. Like I have no doubt about it.
Vigilante first appeared in November of 1941.
Okay, so he's been around for a while. Now, that was a great scene. I love that they did the Spider-Man meme. Yeah, that's great. And I loved how like they were just like everything was the same until he said like Peacemaker is his arch
It's my
enemy,
best friend.
and Peacemaker's my best friend. Like I don't think we got anything after that. Like they had that moment, and then I don't think we saw Adrian after that.
Nope, because after that we got flipped to ads saying she's going for a walk in the reveal of Nazi Earth. One got out!
Yeah, that was crazy. And again, they set that up in a perfect way. She's in suburbia, America.
And she's
walking
like,
down the
hi!
street.
And done.
Like, Keith just pulled the truck around and was like, said some derogatory comments. And then she's on the run. I did like hardcore kind of figuring it out right before that. Like
that
she
scene
figured it out. Oh, that scene between them, that was fantastic.
Wow.
That was great acting from both of them.
That was the best. Like, so again, this is my favorite episode. My favorite moment of the episode was the Adrian scene, but I think for the series as a whole, this right here was probably the best part about the series.
What I loved about this scene is this is a true relationship argument. Like I could see two people in real life having this argument. He's like, I love you. I'm really effed up. I'm really a piece of garbage and I don't deserve your love. And I love you anyways. Like it doesn't matter to me. I love that about you, right? So I found that to be really enjoyable between the two. And again, I enjoy the more we get to see John Cena really work on his acting and really delve into this. Like he knows who Peacemaker is. And now he's able to really generate those moments. Fantastic, man. Fantastic.
Absolutely incredible. And that, I mean, the Lex Luthor inside of
that
it
was
and whatnot.
Crazy. Again,
a lot of
continuing
implications.
continuing to
The
interconnect
threads, yes.
the universe, right? And what are the, they're going to move him to a different prison. That different prison he'll probably escape from, right? He'll get out. They're in bed with Rick. He's in bed with Rick Flag now, Rick Flag Sr.
Yep.
Super cool stuff. Man, James Gunn is just killing it with Peacemaker, man. And to think that John Cena wasn't even the first person they had to play Peacemaker. Dave Bautista was the first guy that they picked.
I see it, but I don't, because and this is, I don't want to, like, I'm not trying to talk down to John Cena or by any means, but when I look at Dave Bautista, for me, he's more of a versatile actor. He does a lot of different things and has earned that respect. I do not see him being this blunt human being. I mean, to be honest, I mean, he is a blunt asshole. And he does, and with the mind of a child that doesn't understand the consequences. He's like, again, I'm going to kill every man, woman, and child I can to achieve peace. I don't see Dave Bautista standing there in the suit saying that. I see that it was written for him originally, but it just evolved to John Cena, and now John Cena is Peacemaker. Like, just like Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, John Cena is Peacemaker. Like, there's no separating the two. And I think it's great. And you can see the evolution from season 1 to season 2 about just how far John Cena has come and how much work he's really putting into this role going forward. I mean, we got him back in 21 with Suicide Squad, then we had the Peacemaker TV show, and now we're into season 2 of that same show, and he's just skyrocketed with just the talent, the emotion, the stories that they are conveying. It's amazing, and he's slowly becoming one of my favorite people to watch on screen because he is adapting so well.
He's putting in the work. So, what else we got, Robert?
Man,
I mean, we can end a little early.
We can end a little early, which is totally fine. I think well, Pinky, actually, it's over. You can now sit on Hulu and binge Alien Earth. It's done. I loved it. I thought it was a great show. I'm ready for season 2 to be announced and greenlit so we get the rest of the story. But phenomenal show. I'm enjoying it. Now that is over, it's Gen V time, baby. It's time to go back to The Boys season 2. I am ready.
Well, you've already given me homework of watching both Trons this week somehow, some way.
Yes, we got to make it happen, bro.
And then I actually started this last week, and I started Andor. So,
yeah,
you're gonna have to wait a little bit.
All right. So then I'll pose this question: where are you in Andor?
Just season 1, episode 1.
Okay, never mind.
I finished that.
We're okay. We've stuck the pinky toe in. Wonderful. All right. Well, I'm excited for you. We got to get you through this. There's a lot of good stuff coming out, and then at some point, I mean, we are going to need to review your situation on the upcoming Mandalorian and Grogu movie and make sure that you're ready for that.
I'm ready. I've seen all of Mandalorian. I'm good.
There's other facets to that we'll have to talk about off air, so we'll catch up on that. But I mean, a lot of good stuff happening. It's finally the fall. There's big things coming. There's the Bruce Springsteen movie this weekend for anybody that's big biopic fans. I'm not gonna go see this personally.
Who's playing Springsteen?
The dude from The Bear, and what's that one? The with the Gallaghers. Lip is his name.
I don't know. I haven't watched The
Okay.
Bear.
Oh, really? You should you should put that in the list.
Dude, there's so much crap, bro.
I know.
It's football season right now. I watch a lot of stuff when it's not football season. During football season, man, my nights are packed. Monday Night Football.
Fair.
I got Monday Night Football and Raw at the same time. I watch NXT on Wednesdays, Wednesday evenings to catch up on that. Then we've got Thursday Night Football, Friday and Saturday. Friday's usually okay. Saturdays maybe college football or wrestling PLE, and then Sunday's football again. So it's like boom, 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 boom. So I got limited time. Not enough time in the day. If I didn't have to
I
work,
need like 6 more hours.
if I could just consume media instead of work every day, that'd be great. But we got to work.
Agreed.
We got to make our money.
We got to make money. So a lot of good stuff. I mean, so it's Jeremy Allen White who's the main lead. So he looks like a Gene Hackman, or not Gene Hackman, Gene Wilder lookalike. So I don't know how well it'll do. I'm not there's not really a movie this weekend that I'm looking to go see. Tron is really the next big thing. Which, family, they love me. My sister went to go see a movie with my niece and nephew, and she was like, there's Tron stuff, picked up a cup for me already and whatnot. So I was like, let's go. So we'll see what else I snag in the next coming days when this movie drops, but I'm excited. Anticipation is real. We'll be talking about it next week. Pinky, there are a couple of things we got to talk about off air for next week, so we can do a special shout out on next Tuesday. But otherwise, I don't really have much else to go over right now, buddy. That's
all right.
it for me.
Like Caleb always ends the show, please take that time with your family, your friends, your loved one. If you have not checked in on one of your buddies, check in. Send a text. How are you doing? A lot of people, as we get older, we got kids, we got wives and kids, and it's tough. The everyday grind gets tough. Check on your friends. Let's have some fun. Let's enjoy it. And my final word will be, this guy is getting crazy, and I'm going to try to get tickets to John Cena's last match in Washington, D.C.
You're insane.
I'm going to try to make it happen.
Mentally unstable.
It's Christmas, baby. Told the wife, that's what I want for Christmas. I want tickets to see John Cena for the last time.
But hey, we got that BDE coming, so we're going to bonus. So hey, that can help, baby. Let's get it.
That's Seattle money.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Everybody, we love you guys. Have fun. We'll see you Tuesday.
Be safe.
Pinky in the building, repping orange and blue. Broncos country, yeah, you know how we do. Hot takes so wild, you remember the name. From college ball to the pros, Caleb spitting game. Robert here, the pop culture plug. From comics to racing, pour the drink in the mug. Sports, nonsense and whiskey, yeah, bold talk. Good laughs and a glass in the air. Sports, nonsense and whiskey, right? Kick back, tune in, take a wild side.